Even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand, and beheld, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth towards the north, and every man a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer inkhorn by his side. And they went in and stood beside the brazen altar, and the glory of the God of Israel, which are the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, the God of Israel was gone up upon the cherubim, whereupon he was to the threshold of the house, and he cried to the man clothed with linen, which had the writer's inkhorn by the side. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, go through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the man that sighed and that cried for all the abomination that be done in the midst thereof. So while I'm out here sighing and crying, or it seems like I'm just complaining, because the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans have unjust dealings that's happening to them as a whole, as a nation. That's why we make it terms as Black Lives Matter. Why did that term come about? Because your Ku Klux Klan police force is killing us in all 50 states. The Latins, which are Issacharites according to the 12 tribes, they have separation happening at the borders with a zero tolerance of a land that's their forefathers that was stolen and took it, and being enforced that they are the aliens now. And to the others he said in my hearings, go ye after him through the city and smite. So those of y'all who around the city, you say life is great, you have no worries. You have angels that's here to kill you. Go ye, and to the others he said in my hearing, go ye after him through the cities and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have you pity. Slay utterly old and young. So these angels are being commissioned to kill old people and young people. Slay utterly old and young, both maids, meaning young women, and little children. So who y'all call Jesus Christ has commissioned angels to go through the cities and kill old women, young women, maids, more young women, and little children. That's why I was just reading a report of a guy texting, and he went to pull out his driveway, and he ran his 22-year-old kid over after the mother went in the house. And after texting and running the kid over, and he talking about he felt the bump in the car, but he put his car in drive and ran his own 22-year-old kid over again, twice. Why is this happening? Because this is Babylon the Great. And you people that's going through the city, it's time to kill, which the angels are commissioned to do this and have y'all do it. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women. So a lot of you women are finna be put to death in these last times. Meanwhile, y'all being taught that y'all can do anything a man can do. Because a lot of you women gonna be drafted, you G.I. Janes is what I call y'all, you patriotic American women. Y'all finna be drafted in these wars that Trump is finna start for you guys. They gonna draft y'all little daughters and y'all sons over there to these wars. I'm not going. America's not my country. I'm considered a terrorist. And according to y'all constitution, I'm considered 3/5 of a person. So why would I go fight? I'm still in an animalistic state of mindset. Figure that out. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they begin at the ancient man which were before the house. So what mark? Because there's 2 marks you can get according to the Bible. You get the mark of Satan, which is in Revelation, which that mark is here now. It's called the RFID chip, which once they crash the American dollar, they're going to digitize it, and they're going to put it in the RFID chip and give it to all you people and put y'all in the data bank. So that's Satan mark, which is Esau, these Edomites, which are the Caucasian, his children, on the physical side, because you have a spiritual side. But this mark is talking about your mind, meaning these scriptures and the knowledge in your mind. So if you're a Black, Latin, Native American, and you don't know that Jesus Christ's name is Yahweh Shai, and you're a Hebrew Israelite out of one of them 12 tribes, then you don't have the mark that's in the Bible. And because you don't have the mark, which is the knowledge of the Bible, and you don't even know your ethnicity, you're going to be put to death. And he said, begin at my sanctuary, meaning his house. So you Blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, from old to young, little children, women, and maids, and old men, you have angels around here that's ready to pull up your ticket and commission you to death. So I'm out here to give you a chance at your salvation. You have to know about it first. All right, let's keep going. I'm gonna go to Isaiah 13. So let's go back to this Isaiah 13 and 15. I was just in there to show you the spirit as we looping. All right, this Isaiah 13 and 15. Because see, the Blacks, Latins, and Native Americans is going to be something called, I'll start from the beginning, trading places. We are the Hebrew Israelites, and you have the other nations. So when Jesus, what y'all call him in Spanish, come back, he's coming back to exalt us to the top and take these Caucasian Europeans and put them at the bottom, and they're going under slavery under us. Whether you like it, believe it, understand it or not. So because of that, Isaiah 13 and 15, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Because these European Caucasians and their system and their society is going down. So all of our people, the 12 tribes of Israel, the Blacks, Latins, Native Americans, all y'all that have joined yourself in whatever form of fashion or ideology you choose to join yourself to this wicked country, which is Babylon the Great, you're going to fall with them. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. See that? It's called Rex 84, the concentration camp. The Latins are experiencing, which we've been telling y'all, the concentration camps been here since 2005 on up. A lot of y'all say, oh, conspiracy theorists, whatever. But now they got these Mexicans in these detention centers, which are concentration camps. And they separating exactly. Now, where did they get the power to do that? It's called the National Defense Authorization Act, which was first enacted after 9/11. It was called the Patriot Act. The Patriot Act said that America is considered a war zone, and any American can be declared as an enemy combatant. And then they had something called what? The year of 2000, the rise of the millenniums or something? Okay. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. So Yahweh Shai, who y'all know as Jesus Christ, he said that y'all houses gonna be destroyed, seeing that they got the National Defense Authorization Act, and said that y'all women gonna get raped. So they gonna be bringing in these troops. Matter of fact, how many people seen that movie, The Purge, the newest one? Have anybody seen that new movie, The Purge? Did you get to see that movie, The Purge? The newest one? See, because when you watch that movie, The Purge, it showed you what's going to happen to them in America. And it showed you that you had these all-right racist Ku Klux Klan groups going into you Blacks, Latins, and Native American houses. Right, so if you see that new movie, The Purge, it shows you how these all-right guys, they call themselves nationalists today. Hey, nationalist is a slick way of a white man saying, I'm a part of the Ku Klux Klan. And they showed them going into the churches and killing you Judites, you blacks, you African Americans. And showed you how they went to the project and they went after you Latins, you blacks, and you Asians. That's what these scriptures are talking about. And the angels is commissioning this to happen. So the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, man, you living in, I would say you living in you living in a dual reality. This is the greatest time ever for us, but this is the worstest time ever to be a black, Latin, and Native American. Why? Because Jesus Christ himself is intervening in your punishment. And he's using your enemy to punish you. That's why I'm here to put the truth to reality. Isaiah 13 and 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled and their wives ravished. Which this gonna happen to a lot of you Caucasians too. Because y'all not a part of the 1%. Y'all part of the 99%. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Who are the Medes in the Bible? That's Russia. The old USSR, the Soviet Union. That's why it seemed like what happened 50 years ago is coming back now. All of the terminology is coming back. Because 50 years ago, they knew something about the ICBM missile. That kind of faded away in my generation. Because I'm 38. So now the intercontinental ballistic missile is back. And it's back greater than ever. But that's the hell that's going to end America, which is Babylon, Mystery Babylon the Great in the Bible. That's the hellfire that's coming here to purge this place. So all of us that join our ideology out of the Bible, but to this country, you're going to die here in this country. Through ICBM missiles. From Jesus Christ himself. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for their gold, they shall not delight in it. So when these foreign troops come over here and besiege America, all of you Caucasian and you other nations and our people, the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans, those of y'all who have money, you're not going to be able to pay these troops off from coming in your house and raping your young sons and your daughters and your wives, and even you yourself. They showed it in the movie The Purge. That these racist Ku Klux Klan, all right groups, is coming to your churches and they come into the projects and where predominantly are you blacks and you Latins live. That's why it's called Rex 84. Look it up. If you look up Rex 84, it tells you that if you believe in the second coming of Jesus Christ, you consider an enemy combatant to America. Picture that. I ain't write the memo. The FBI wrote the memo. I'm just here to enlighten you to the memo. A lot of y'all got smartphones, right? But won't you start using it? If you believe in the second coming of Jesus Christ, you consider a terrorist right now. Look up Rex 84. Look up Project Megiddo. See that? Because when you look up Project Megiddo, see that? You got smartphones, look up Project Megiddo. When you look up Project Megiddo, they state that if you have a Christian identity and you follow that, maybe that's why y'all pastors got something called the 501c3 charter. So when you pay taxes, you get 35% of the money. Thanks to Lyndon B. Johnson. He also gets your address and your email address and your name. Why? Because he's giving that to the government. Why? Because the government is classifying y'all, according to Project Megiddo, as terrorists. Isaiah 13 and 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. The young man is these young military guys. And Trump in a forced draft too. So them bows is the ICBM missile, the intercontinental ballistic missile, which gonna besiege all you young men that fight for this Babylonian the great empire. And they shall have no pity of the fruit of thy womb. Right, so when these ICBM missiles hit, you people that's gonna be in y'all houses, because y'all don't have no fallout shelter, y'all kids gonna be vaporized right in front of y'all eyes. And the United States government at the highest level, they know this is coming. This Isaiah 13 and 18. Their bows also shall dash the young man to pieces, and they shall have no pity of the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, which is America, the glory of kingdoms, that's why everybody want to come over here to America. When you look at all the other nations, they say America was paved with gold. And they came over here and got a piece of that gold. I'm talking about the Arabs. I'm talking about the East Indies with the dot on their head. And they're in the blacks, Latins, and Native Americans neighborhood getting that piece of gold. It's just you wasn't given a part of that gold. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldean excellence. Because when you go into the Chaldeans, that was the hierarchy, witchcraft of the Babylonians. And that's what America is into. It's called witchcraft. Because the stars on the American flag supposed to be round. But the stars on the American flag have what? 5 points. Here go one right here. What do the 5 points stand for? It goes back to arm, leg, arm, head. That's it. Meaning, we pull you far away from spirituality and the Bible, and we bring you into science and man theology of the world and God. Now that they call themselves the new religion. That's witchcraft. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldean excellence, shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. And we know what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. And why did it bring up Sodom and Gomorrah? Because America has pushed this